What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on some comments that Rich Paul made about LeBron James. Right? Basically, he was having a discussion with Max Kellerman, and he was saying that LeBron James, there's nothing that LeBron James can do to really improve his legacy or to even ruin his legacy. Like he's already etched in stone, right? And now I think that if LeBron James wins a championship, in Philly, I don't think that improves his legacy. But I do think that the longer LeBron James play, I think that continues to be that, that's a stain on his legacy. Because in my opinion, basketball, it is about rings. So here you have LeBron James going into year 24 with 4 championship rings. Nobody, so you can't really put LeBron James ahead of Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan played 15 years, has 6 rings, and he undefeated, right? So if LeBron James was to come up and get 6 rings in 24 and 25 years, it's just not what Mike did, and so the longer he played, like I said, and the longer it takes him to get to those 6 rings, I mean, it just diminishes his legacy. But when Rich Paul goes on to his podcast with Max Kellerman and says that there's nothing that LeBron can do, I just think it's just not true. And it's just another example of Rich Paul trying to shape the narrative when it comes to LeBron James, right? And so with that being said, I want to play what Rich Paul said, him and what's the guy, Max Kellerman, what they had to say about LeBron James. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna make some more give some more of my input.
Paul here quickly talking about this.
D. Rich, would it mean the most for them, for their legacy, to win a championship this season? Okay, there's a guy, I don't know if you're familiar with him, named LeBron James. He went to the Philadelphia 76ers after they got Jaylen Brown. Really?
Legacy, no, it means
I'm going to tell you it does, but you may say it doesn't.
Tell you it does. You're a fan. Doesn't mean nothing.
You may say it.
What does it do to his legacy? Nothing. He's already in the Hall of Fame. There's nobody to ever pick up a basketball that can have a conversation with him about basketball. A discouraging conversation. They can talk about it all they want, but they can't deprive him of anything in the basketball universe. There's no room he can't be in when you're talking about basketball amongst every great that ever played the game. So no, you got to let somebody else have. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's playing to win. Obviously, he made the choice to go to Philadelphia, but I think it's less about his legacy, and his legacy is already established.
Well, I happen to agree.
People that needs to win in order to position themselves from a legacy perspective.
I happen to agree with you about him versus other players in the league legacy, but I would say that LeBron is in the area of his career where nothing he can do can detract from his greatness, but you can always add. It would enhance.
I don't agree with Max Kellerman. I don't know what LeBron James can do to add to his legacy. He had 24 shots. And like the more I don't know. I don't say what he can do to add to his legacy. Like I said in the beginning, the longer he plays basketball, I think the worse it is for him. And that goes for a lot of basketball players. But because as you get older, your skills diminish, right? And so if they want to continue to push this narrative about how great LeBron James is, and what's happening is they are the lie is getting bigger and bigger each year, right? And so which means that you're going to get more and more pushback, which means that when it comes to like when this thing fall apart, it's going to be even worse than what than what it was for everybody else. By the time I do believe that like by the time Michael Jordan left basketball, it was some people in basketball that was ready for him to go, right? When Kobe left, I believe, besides Laker fans, Black Mamba fans, I do believe it was people that was ready for him to go. They felt like, all right, you passed your prime. And it's that time. Realistically, it's that time. And the same situation I think there is for LeBron James. Even if you are a LeBron James or you're not a LeBron James fan, it really don't matter. At some point in time, he not going to be playing. I mean, if you watch LeBron James play now, he stands around a lot. He's not really a great defender. He can only go hard for a few minutes at a time. So, that's not, when you put him on the court with guys that are half his age, it's just not it's not honest. It's just not the truth. So let me see what else Rich Part to say.
That's it. Winning a championship's a big deal.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, you play to
Especially
win.
at that
Obviously,
age.
you want to win, but it doesn't affect his legacy. What part of it will it affect?
Well,
all right. So if LeBron James, in my opinion, like if LeBron wins another ring, like I said, it might even just hurt his legacy because now you're talking about a guy who played 24 years, and it took him 24 years to get 5 rings. Whereas though Kobe, got it in less time. Magic got it in less time. So, I mean, the math is just not mathing when it comes to LeBron James. You can't put him ahead of Kobe and Magic when it took him just so much longer to get the rings that he got. It just makes him look like very efficient.
Only in the sense that it's another piece of greatness accumulated. But I agree with you. There are others for whom it would mean more. Giannis is in Miami. If Giannis wins a championship with his second franchise, where he's joining a franchise that wasn't close to a championship, and then he joins and wins, I think that
means
really
it means a lot. Yes.
Now let me say about Giannis, right? See, nobody's talking about Giannis in that same they're not putting Giannis in the class. Like Giannis don't want to be with Michael Jordan. He's not in the same class with Mike Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, those guys, right? Isaiah Thomas. He's not in that class. And truth be told about Giannis, he missed an opportunity to try to compete to be in that class because once once he started to have people removed and people brung into the team and, like time, you on the clock and everything is time sensitive. So you can't, you get rid of a coach that you just won a championship with and then try to start all over with another coach and rebuild again. That's just time wasted. And that's where Giannis really, he placed that road bump in his own career when he did that. So yeah. So Giannis is not somebody like if Giannis win a championship, that'd be good. It'd be good for Giannis, but that don't put him any closer to Isaiah Thomas. Like his Giannis 2 championships won't be the same as the 2 championships that Isaiah won in Detroit. It just won't be like that.
Who else is thinking?
There's some that have won. Joker, Giannis, it would mean a lot. Tatum, it would mean a lot. If Brunson goes back to back, it would mean a lot.
A lot.
Now I do think if Brunson or Tatum, like they winning with their, if they stay with their team and they win multiple rings, I don't know, especially Brunson, man, or both of them, I would say, if those guys win multiple rings with the Celtics and with the Knicks, man, yeah, now you're talking about they're getting up there. They're getting up there into that Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas status, right? And so, yeah, that definitely would help those guys, right? But I I don't see, Rich Paul with his statement as being true at all. I just think that this, they're always trying to shape the narrative when it comes to LeBron James, and that's why they just get so much pushback from fans, from peers, people who played against LeBron James, and it's just so much pushback. And it's something that they've earned. They earn this pushback. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like, subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna check y'all out in the next video. Peace.